There was a time when things felt heavy, overwhelming, and uncertain. You faced moments that tested your strength, your patience, and your will to keep going. It was not easy. It was not quick. But you did not give up. Step by step, you rebuilt. You changed your mindset. You made different choices. And you created a way forward even when it was not clear. Now you stand in a new place. You brought yourself out of a place most people never escape. It was not easy. It was not quick. And it was not gentle. It was a place filled with confusion, betrayal, and isolation. A place where people left, where trust was broken, where nothing made sense. And for a time, you resisted it. You questioned it. You tried to fight it. You tried to make it mean something different than what it was. But nothing changed until you made one decision. You accepted it. Not because it was right, and not because it was fair, but because it happened. You stopped arguing with the past. You stopped replaying what could have been different. You stopped holding on to what was already gone. And in that moment, something shifted. Not outside of you, but within you. As it is written in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. You recognized that that season had ended, and instead of staying there, you moved forward, quietly, intentionally, and alone. There was no one there to guide you, no one to reassure you, no one to tell you that everything would be alright. You had to become that voice for yourself. You had to listen inward. You had to trust what you felt. You had to follow something deeper than comfort. And step by step, you began to rebuild. It was not dramatic. It was subtle. Small changes, better decisions, clearer thinking. And over time, those small shifts became a new direction. And that direction became a new life. As it is written in Psalm 34, verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them out of them all. You were not left where you were. You were guided through it. Even when it felt like silence, you were being led. Now you see differently. You think differently. You move differently. You choose differently. You have become more disciplined, more aware, more intentional. And because of that, you are no longer trapped in what once happened. But what you may not fully realize yet is what you learned was not only for you. It carries weight. It carries direction. Because there are others standing in the same place you once stood. Confused, wounded, trying to find a way out. And your experience holds a path. As it is written in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 4. He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves received. You did not escape by accident. You were refined. And now your life has become more than survival. It has become a testimony. I'd like to end this message with a parable. A man once found himself trapped inside of a dark valley surrounded by steep walls. He tried to climb out in frustration, slipping each time he reached for the edge. The more that he fought it, the more exhausted he became, until one day he stopped. He looked around instead of up, and he noticed a narrow path winding slowly around the base of the valley. It was not obvious, it was not easy, but it was there. Step by step he followed it, and though it took time, that path eventually led him out. The lesson: freedom does not always come through force. Sometimes it begins with acceptance. When you stop resisting what has already happened, you create space to move forward. Your growth was not built in comfort, but in your decision to continue despite everything. And the strength that you gained from that process is not only meant to sustain you, it is meant to guide others. Because the path that you walked out of darkness may become the path that someone else needs to see in order to find their way out. As this message comes to a close, understand this: what is built with patience, intention, and truth will always find its way to the right people. And to those who choose to stand within this space, not just as viewers but as supporters, that presence does not go unseen. I'd like to announce that when this channel reaches 20,000 subscribers, 3 members will be selected to receive $100 each. The path to enter is simple. Be a channel member for at least 1 month. The entry tier begins at just $5. This is my quiet way of recognizing those who continue to support my work. And that's it for this message. I'd like to thank everybody who made it to the end of the video. I'm truly honored by your support. If this message resonated with you at all, please consider dropping a comment, giving me some feedback, hitting the like button, and subscribing. It's been ChrisAnesti, and until next time, take care, and God bless you.